All right, guys, welcome back to our Sunday morning inner alignment workshop. Appreciate you all being here. I want to do something a little bit different today. I want to spend the majority of the time that we have together today talking about celebrations. And all right, guys, welcome back to our Sunday morning inner. There we go. All right, I want to talk about celebrations and accomplishments, and really also things that you're working on. So uh, uh, almost everybody here is here on a regular basis. So what are you guys working on specifically? You can just shout it out or you can turn your camera on and pop in. But I really want to hear what you're working on. And more importantly, I want to ask you like what celebrations, like what accomplishments, what achievements. And the way this all works is think about all the work that you're doing, all this self-improvement work, as little micro steps, tiny little things that you're doing differently that you've achieved that all of a sudden now are conscious decisions that you're making, little things or big things. So there you go. So, and by the way, Debbie, I'm going to visit my family. My wife and I, our families are both, we live in Atlanta, and both of our families are in New York City. So that's where we're going. We're actually driving up from Atlanta to New York, and then we're staying for 4 or 5 days with them, and then driving back. So, yeah, who's work? What are you guys working on? Um, what are you working on? What's top of mind? What kind of meditations are you doing, or just whatever you're working on? And what are some little celebrations or big celebrations that things you've accomplished? And it could be over the last week, over the last month, over the last year, whatever. All right, I'll start. Okay. So we've been doing the kindness meditation over the past 2 weeks, and I'm still working on building that kindness video experience. And what I noticed was, yes, I'm a kind person, and I'm working on becoming a kind person, but I'm also impatient. So I'm trying to be kind, but all I can think about is I got to get out of here. Like I got to go on to the next thing. Got to do the next thing. I'm bored. And so I started to notice that about myself. Of course, I always know I'm impatient, but I didn't know it was like impinging on my being kind. I didn't realize that. I just thought I'm just a kind person. Who knew that I'm impatient and I like to tell people they're wrong, and who knew all those things I had about myself. So I'm starting to notice things about being impatient. So yesterday, my daughter, son-in-law, and two grandchildren. We have others, but they live right around the corner, so it's about a 3-minute walk. So my wife and I walked over to their house. We had dinner with them, and we're sitting in the playroom with the kids. And I was had this idea of, okay, just be kind, take a breath, like, radiate kindness, just be there. These kids are 2 and 1; they're babies. So I was with them, and then I felt myself like wanting to stand up and leave. And I said, okay, work on that. So it was a tiny little thing, like I felt pulled away. And I said, oh, okay, I don't have to be impatient. And I was just more and more present. And I felt really good about that. I actually mentioned it to my wife on the way home. I'm working on being kind. And then I felt myself being impatient. And so that's my thing. So that's what I'm working on. I'm working on embodying kindness, embodying self-love. I'm also working on embodying expansion energy. But the specific win for me yesterday was noticing when I was trying to be I intended to be kind, and I felt myself off base, and it was a pretty easy correction for me. So that was a big win for me. That's what are you guys working on? What wins do you have? Just the fact that you're here today is a win, so I'll take that also. Don't make me call on you. Go ahead,
Hey, Alan.
Brian. Hey, Brian, go ahead.
Hey. Uh, we are working on decluttering and organizing the house and just trying to get out from underneath stuff that we have accumulated. So that feels like it's kind of a purge right now. It's just healthy for me. Really enjoying going through stuff and seeing what we can get rid of. And then also working on um, the Qigong that I normally do, plus the gratitude meditation that I do. And then, of course, working on the five body has been super helpful with feeling magnetism and bliss and connecting with the other bodies. And I've really enjoyed that meditation a lot. Um,
Yeah.
unconditional love is something else that I'm trying to embody more and more. But of course, it's like a light switch. When I remember it, I turn it on, and then I walk into the room 5 minutes later and it's dark again. So I got to keep remembering to turn the light switch back on again,
Well, remembering to
reconnect.
turn it on once is a success, right? So think about that. Because if you don't work on it or think about it, you wouldn't remind yourself even once.
Yeah,
You would just go through life. Yeah.
yeah, it matters. It's
Yeah.
definitely
So
something I want to leave turned on as much as I can. But yeah.
tell me, because I know, by the way, the five body meditation that you're referring to is it's in the meditation space, and it's a great meditation. I do that meditation. I just turn that on a couple of mornings a week, and then I do some other expansion meditations throughout the day. But that five body meditation is super powerful. Um, yeah, and I encourage everybody to do that. Brian, do you want to say just a little bit more about that meditation or the expansion experience?
The expansion experience has been really wild. I've been feeling like this flow of energy through me now that just kind of almost continues on its own. And I don't know, it's like it's taking it to the next level almost. There's another level of energy to it. It feels stronger now, maybe a deeper connection to the flow. But that 70 connection is really impressive. I I'm still loving that. That's like the
Yeah.
best thing ever. Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
And we're also doing the 9D, and I can even explain a little, we can even do that meditation, but that five body meditation is really powerful. I would highly recommend. It's muscle memory, guys. The more you do these higher dimensional meditations, the more you embody them. They just become more normal, a more normal state. It's the same thing with kindness. The more you embody the kindness energy, the more it just starts to become muscle memory and just, "Oh, okay, that's the way I am." And you become that instead of trying to become a higher dimensional version of, if the more you do it, you're no longer trying to become a higher dimensional version of yourself. You are now a higher dimensional version of yourself. It's the same thing with kindness. Rather than trying to become a kinder version of yourself, you do it over and over and over again. You now are a kinder version. It's just muscle memory. Then that's not mystical or spiritual. That's the way any change of state works. If you change your state over and over and over again, you start to become that. It's just the way the nature works. Kendra, working on consistency. Since you've been meditating consistently, you're catching yourself slip with certain things during days and can feel, yes, course correct. Yes. What kind of things are you, Kendra? Can I ask you? You can answer in the chat if you want or on camera. Either way. Are you working, which meditations are you doing? Your own or one of the ones that we do or one of the ones that are in the book? Which meditations are you doing, if I can ask? I feel like I want to the keyword focus. So patience, is that one thing you're working on? Yeah. How does that work? How is that working? So you're embodying patience. The keyword focus meditation, also in the meditation workshops, but you don't have to buy the book. But if you buy the book, it's meditation number one in Meditation for Life. And that's another great foundational meditation. So you're cultivating patience. And if you weren't cultivating patience, if you don't intentionally cultivate patience, you don't notice the times when you're impatient. So what you're saying, Kendra, is you're noticing times when you're out of balance or have lost your patience or are acting in a way that's not really aligned. Is that what you're saying? Yep. If you don't cultivate it, you don't know when you're not being it. So kindness, simplest example. If you don't cultivate kindness, you just blah, blah, blather through life and you have no idea that you're being unkind. The minute you anchor kindness and you say, this is the anchor, the minute that happens, you can now start to see yourself going off balance. But it's only because you anchored it and you turned it into an immutable inner authority. Yep.
I can relate to that.
Go
Uh,
ahead, Debbie.
as I told you, my brother came to visit from New Orleans, and he ended up having a heart attack and quadruple bypass surgery. So he's living with me now, and I am caring for him 24/7. And he probably annoys me more than anybody on the planet. And, sometimes I feel like when we learn things, we're tested on them. And so I'm very grateful that I have been studying kind of with you on patience and kindness. And because I've had to really, really use that. And also self love and realizing that I have to care for myself first. It's like being on the plane where you have to put the oxygen mask on yourself before you can help other people. And it's been a real challenge because, like I said, there's so many things that annoy me, and I have lost my patience several times with him. And it's kind of like dealing with a child in an adult body. He doesn't have a lot of like common sense, and being sick kind of a thing. It just kind of exacerbates everything. But for myself, it's just all the things that I've been doing through meditation has made me realize uh, I thought I was kind, but I've had to really pull up that mountain inside that I built up through the meditation and patience, not only with him, but with myself. And all the things that we've been doing in the past few months, I've really, like I said, I can only say that I feel like I've grown tremendously with that, and I'm able to deal with him and life better. And so I just want to thank you for that, and everybody just here that I've been able to connect with and um, grow with.
Yeah. So thank you, Debbie. Thank you for sharing that. And again, if meditation, this is why we don't meditate about nothing and empty yourself, and thoughts are bad, attachments are bad, desires are bad, then you're just going to quit. If you meditate about nothing, we're doing guided meditations. And so if you just don't do anything else and you just did a guided meditation about patience, just that alone, you establish the energy inside you. You call this energy, this patience, you start to become it, you embody it. Only by doing that can you ever notice if you're out of alignment with that. So if you don't anchor patience and then you're impatient, it's just normal. You're just always impatient. You're never going to know. You're never going to improve. You're never going to make a micro adjustment. The other thing, so when you anchor patience or kindness or self-love or whatever it might be, then you can feel, whoa, where did that come from? Why was I so impatient? Like you said, Debbie, so you're with your brother and all of a sudden you get impatient and irritated. Whoa, wait a minute, where did that come from? So what I do with my wife, so if I say something that's not kind or maybe a little I mean, usually she triggers me, but that's my problem, right? So she said something or we're back and forth, and all of a sudden I get into a mood where I'm no longer kind, and I say something sarcastic or hurtful. I go, whoa, that it just doesn't feel good when I say that. That felt really off. It's not a punishment, it's not a sin, it's not anything. It's just the energy difference between what I wanted to be, what I hope to be, what I'm trying to be, and what I just projected. And it's that difference. Now you can start to unpack and start to say, why did I say that? Oh, I see. She said something that triggered me. Well, okay, I just won't let that trigger me anymore. And then I actually walk backwards out of the room and I say, honey, I got to start again. I walk out of the room and say, honey, I said what I said earlier. I'm really sorry I said that. That was hurtful. I'm trying to be a better person. I'm working on my own kindness and patience. And I don't know what happened, but I said something that was unkind. I'm sorry for that. I know it hurt. I know I can't take it back, but I can rewind and we can start again. And I can come at this situation in a more patient, kinder, more loving way. And I think that's those little micro moments, that's called self-awareness, by the way. And self-awareness is a higher skill, and self-awareness is essential. And the only way you'll ever, ever, ever be self-aware is you have to anchor what it is you want to be aware of, like the nature of who you want to be: kind, patient, healthy. And you anchor health in your body. That's going to be the third experience. When you anchor health in your body, you start to see the things you do that are unhealthy. If you don't anchor health, you just do unhealthy things, you don't know about it. No chance of changing it. But this is how you can anchor something, notice when you're off base, and then rewind it, and then project it back in alignment. Mm-hmm. These are the celebrations. I don't want you to overlook those moments. Like here, we're talking about it. We never usually do this, but I'm just reading some of the comments in the chat. Um, this is really important work. Really important work. And almost instantaneous improvements. The keyword meditation. All right. Fatima, figuring out my shadows. I call that unpacking the consciousness, unpacking your subconscious. I caught myself getting angry at work. Yep. And you were able to question the real reason behind the anger and work on that instead. Why did you, and what was it that happened that made you angry? Why did I get angry? And let me rewind, let me reel that back in, and let me try again. Yes. And it's amazing how us kind people, how impatient we get, and how short-tempered we get, and how we say things that we really regret saying, and how we do things. And it's incredible that even kind people who are working on that, that's just a universal experience. Daisy, Awura is Daisy, by the way. More aware when I'm about to get upset, especially with my children, and I quickly calm down. Deep breathing exercises. Yes, ma'am. Especially with children. Yep. You got to be patient. You have to be kind. You have to be loving, supportive, positive, but not every word that comes out of your mouth is that. And so you really have to you have to start to feel your feelings, like not only when you say something angry, but now you can start to actually unpack that. Why did I get so angry? What is it about that? How could that thing have gotten me so angry? Huh, such a small thing, and yet I got so angry. My whole blood started to boil. I got, let me unpack that. And you learn something about yourself. Every time you make a mistake, you learn something. Carolyn, patience with the people that need my time. Let them have time with me. Yes, yes. Let that sink in. Let the people that need my time have time with me. Breathing and redirecting my emotions, catching myself before I allow my impatience to turn into yelling. This is the fruits of this work. So you're slowly, and I also want you to see, it's a journey. It's not, you can do all the work, we'll do a kindness meditation, doesn't matter what we do. We can do all the kindness meditations, expansion meditations, patience meditations. It's just one thing. It's one data point in a long, slow journey of change. Doesn't have to be slow all the time, but it's a long journey. Doing this for weeks, still get impatient. How's that possible? I'm embodying patience, the energy of patience, and yet I'm still, months later, it's a journey. And you're reconditioning yourself over a long period of time. You're planting little seeds now some of them will take root, some won't, but the ones that take root, they're going to over. So I also want you to not only not criticize yourself for making mistakes, but each mistake is like a data point. Like, wow, that was really valuable. Now I can actually make progress. If everything's all unicorns and roses and everything's always great, you don't really make any progress. I guess you're making progress, but you're not really learning anything. But when you make a mistake, that's the data point that now I can start to unpack what happened there. Why did that happen to me? I don't want, you know what? I'm trying to be a better person than that. I always say that to my wife. I'm really sorry I said that. I'm trying to be better than that. I'm trying to be kinder. I'm trying to be more patient. I'm sorry I said that. That's not who the person I want to be. I want to be something better than that. And catching yourself, practicing patience every day. You guys are all awesome. Well, thank you for sharing. Anyone else have anything they want to share in that regard, seeing what others have shared? Give you any ideas? All right. Um, I just want to, everyone, I've repeated this, but I'm going to repeat it again. We're working on a series of introductory experiences. There are going to be 5 introductory experiences. So anybody who's new to the collective, instead of not knowing what they're supposed to do, they will go through these 5 experiences. When you go through the first one, it will unlock the other 4. The first experience is kindness. All of them are the same, anchoring an energy, anchoring a value, something that's important, putting it inside. So, not just wondering what kindness means, but breathing. We'll do this meditation now. Breathing in kindness, becoming that energy of kindness. That's the first experience. I want you to experience kindness not as something you do or say, but as an energy that you carry, a particular field that you can surround yourself with. You can actually become kindness. The same thing with patience. You can become patience, and you can become all these things. So that's experience number one. Experience number two, which we did Friday night at the meditation, and most of you were there, was self-love. The same idea, embodying self-love, not just talking about it, not just saying, well, self-love is this, this, or this. I wanted you to experience self-love. I want you to experience what it feels like to really love yourself unconditionally. And we had that experience on Friday. So that's experience number two. Experience number three is going to be around the idea of health, reorienting what health means to you and reorienting your daily experiences. Experience number four is going to be meditation. For lack of a better word, meditation, inner focus, inner sight, just learning to regulate your nervous system instead of always being on 100% of the time. How about just be on 99% of the time and just 1% of the time? Take a minute to yourself to learn how to focus, pay attention, regulate your nervous system, regulate your breathing. And that's number three. Number four is meditation. And number five, which I think is, they're all important, but number five, super important, is this idea of optimism. Just swipe out all the BS you got going on in your head and just see the best future possible. Be excited about where you're going. Be excited about where the world is going. Be excited what your future is, what our future is. Be excited for your kids' future. Be optimistic. Be optimistic instead of saying, "Oh, I can't do anything," and you just live in this little shell because the whole world's screwed up, and what's the point? And I'm just going to live in my little shell. We're going to break out of that and say, no, the world's not terrible. You're only seeing the terrible things. There are a million great things you can look at, and we're going to learn to train our eyes on the positive. So those are the 5 experiences, and then once you're inside, then they will become paying members of the collective, and once they're inside the collective, then there's going to be dozens of other experiences, some related to health, some related to inner focus and meditation, some related to higher wisdom. So I'm really excited about this model of experiences. So that's what I'll say there. Um, okay, great. Let's do a keyword focus meditation, and we'll do a couple of different keywords. We'll do patience. That's for you, Kendra, if you're still here. Yes, Kendra, we're going to do patience. I also want to do kindness as a keyword, and then we'll repeat that self-love experience. So here we go. All right. So this is a meditation. We'll do this for the next 10 or 12 minutes. A guided meditation. So just relax. If you're holding any tension or stress, just let it all flow out of your body. Just completely relax. And with your eyes closed, I want you to notice you still might be projecting outward. Very subtly, reverse your awareness inward. Just observe the diaphragm. Observe everything about yourself from the inside, your central channel, your nervous system, your diaphragm, whatever you're able to imagine through your use of inner sight. Observe the diaphragm. Now take conscious control of your diaphragm and slow your breathing to about 3 or 4 breaths per second. Put your inner sight on your diaphragm. All right, now we're going to do the keyword focus meditation. Above your head, I want you to imagine the word in big letters, patience. Patience. It's more than just a word. It's an energy, like patience with your children, patience while you're driving, patience with your obligations and responsibilities, patience in all areas of life, patience with yourself, patience with what's going on in the world. Just be very patient and wrap that word patience into its energy, its essential energy. It means a lot of different things. It has an energetic presence. I want you to build up that energy cloud around the word patience. And now I want you to lower that cloud. And the moment it touches the top of your energetic field, it infuses itself into your being. Patience just fills you up. Patience in all situations, and it just fills your body. You now are becoming that energetic cloud of patience. You're internalizing it. Patience in your skin, patience in your muscles, patience in your bones, patience in your joints, patience in every cell in your body, patience in your DNA. And just very slowly breathe. And I want you to be absorbed in the energy of patience and just observe your inner self breathing in a completely patient way. No need to jump to do anything. You don't have to answer any emails, nothing. You're just pulled back and you embody the energy of patience. The universe operates in much longer rhythms and cycles. The universe is very patient. You're now on that trail of patience. Much, much, much longer rhythms and cycles. Again, imagine the word patience over your head and build an energy cloud for all the things that it means. Patience in all areas of your life. Patience with the much longer natural rhythms and time. And lower that energy cloud. And the moment it touches the top of your energy field, you're infused with all this energy of patience until now there's no difference between you and that energetic cloud of patience. It's now you. You've internalized it, embodied it. It's now in you. It now is you. You are that energy of patience. Now I want you to imagine the word kindness over your head. It's much, much more than just a word. It means many different things. It embodies a lot of different energies. One of the aspects of kindness is patience. I want you to add that energy to the word kindness. Non-judgmental, emotionally safe, supportive, loving, hugging, pure, non-judgmental intention, kindness. I want you to build a giant energy cloud of kindness and now lower it. And the moment that energy cloud touches the top of your energy field, all of that energy of kindness infuses into your body, into your being, into your energy field, in front of you, behind you, around you, engulfing you like a cloud of kindness, patient, non-judgmental support. Kindness in your skin, kindness in your muscles, in your bones, kindness in your joints, kindness in your cells, kindness in your DNA. The people you're with deserve kindness. I want you to feel that energy of kindness and all that it means, non-judgment, patience, listening, supportive, emotionally safe. Embody that. Now anchor that feeling into a mountain of kindness inside you that you carry with you wherever you go. And that kindness isn't just inside you, it radiates so people can feel that energy when you walk into a room. The energy radiates around your body in all directions. Kindness isn't a thing, it's an energy. It's a multifaceted energy. It's a beautiful blend of kindness and patience and warmth and hugging and supportive, non-judgment, loving. All of this energy is now in you and radiating around you. I am patience. I am kindness. Let this experience sink deeper and deeper and deeper into your body. So you're reconditioning your body, your energetic structure, your energetic aura that's around you. You're reconditioning it with patience and kindness. This is who you choose to be. These are the values and the principles that you're anchoring on the inside. These are decisions that you're making about yourself. Long-term changing, reconditioning your physical body, reconditioning your energetic body, reconditioning your cells, reconditioning your thinking, your thought framework, establishing solid values and principles from the inside. Not looking to see if other people are patient, if other people are kind. That has nothing to do with what we're doing. All of our work is inward, changing ourselves. If we want the world to be kinder, we have to learn to become kinder ourselves. The next key word is universal light, the light of the universe. It's all the light in the universe. I want you to see it over your head like a giant sun, 10,000 times brighter than the sun. And I want you to lower that universal light. And the moment it touches the top of your energetic field, that infinite light permeates, percolates, and fills up every square inch of your being. And you now embody this universal light. Your skin is not a boundary. The light goes way beyond, as far as the horizon in all directions. You are that light. There's no difference between the light of the universe and the light that's in you. You are embodying that light, altering your cells, altering your DNA so you can hold and carry and anchor all of this light in your being. As you're sitting there in this bliss, in this light of kindness, patience, expansion, energy beyond your own body, just smile. Let it all flow through you and just smile. And just feel that smile, not just in your face, but feel that smile in every cell in your body. It loosens your muscles, it loosens your joints. Just allow this energy to flow through you. And now, for those of you that have done central channel breathing, just breathe light through the central channel. 7 breaths. Patiently, kindly allowing the light to flow through your central channel, waking up every nerve center, every chakra is awake, alive, spinning, flowing, energy flowing freely through your body. It's like we made that was our breakfast. We made we put a little bit of kindness in there. We put patience in there. We put light and flow and now central channel clearing. It's a beautiful morning recipe. And this is just a seed now that you've planted. Allow this energy to grow. Allow this to percolate and expand and take root inside you over a long period of time. This is your opportunity to maintain this state of mind. If you can, open your eyes. And I want you to see that even with your eyes open, you can maintain this inner sense of patience, kindness flowing through your body, light, central channel breathing. You can do all of this with your eyes open. So when you leave this workshop today and you're talking to somebody or going downstairs or Debbie, going to talk to your brother, bring this with you. This is now you. It's not just anchored, it's not a hard anchor. It follows you wherever you go. This cloud of patience, kindness, light, energy flow, and bring this better version of yourself to all of your people today, to all of your experiences. Make sure you do some deep breathing. Look, you're going to lose yourself on the roller coaster, but remind yourself all the time to come back to patience and kindness and light and energy flow. expansion. This is your state to hold on to as long as you can and come back to this often. I'll post this workshops. You'll have this particular meditation if you like this one. Or just keep doing the work. Keep planting seeds every day. You're slowly, over a long period of time, turning yourself, transitioning, transforming yourself into a lighter, clearer version of yourself, a higher version of yourself with higher vibration, less dense, less angry, all the negative emotions. Another thing, just clear out any negative emotions. There's no room for them. The light is shining in every corner of your body. There's no room for the negative emotions. And if you feel it, every do feel you make a mistake, you say something unkind, you're impatient, you do things that are unhealthy. Those are data points, valuable data points in your self-awareness journey. Why did that happen? Unpack it. Go deep into why and the subconscious and say, why did I get angry? Why did I become impatient? I'm trying to be a better person. Why did that happen? Well, the heck did it happen? I'm not going to kill myself over it. I'm going to rewind it and come back better. I'm going to project through this patience. I'm going to project through kindness. I'm going to project through light. I'm going to project through expansion and energy flow. That's the projections I'm going to make today. It's a long process. Don't define yourself. See, look, how do I know it's a long process? Just look in this present moment from the time we started, go all the way back in your life. You made a zillion mistakes. Doesn't matter. Today, we planted new seeds. Later today, you're going to meditate again and plant more seeds. Tonight, you're going to meditate. You're going to do your deep breathing. You're going to be kind. Every single thought, action, meditation, activity, every single one is a seed that you're planting. That's only your job, is to keep doing the work. The work doesn't end. Keep replenishing yourself every day, planting more and more seeds today, more seeds tomorrow. Set yourself up today to have a great day tomorrow. If you're on a health journey, make today a really healthy day so that tomorrow you're much more likely it's going to be a healthy day tomorrow. You're setting yourself up for tomorrow, and you're really setting yourself up for a year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. We're just so like, what are the results today? Doesn't matter. It does matter, but it doesn't matter. You're setting yourself up for transformation a decade from now. You're going to be a much healthier version, a much clearer, lighter, less dense version of yourself 5 years from now, 10 years from now. Keep this and keep internalizing these things. All right, just call out in the chat. What are one or two or three things that you're going to do today that you have on your inner work agenda? What are some things you're going to do today? Could be a simple thing like deep breathing. It could be being present with your kids. It could be, intentionally, what are you intentionally going to do today? Just call it out in the chat and hold yourself to that. What's something you know you're going to be able to do today? Self-work, inner work, changes, actions, positive activities. What are you going to do today? Just call it out in the chat. I can't wait to get that self-love video recorded and up in the on the platform. I'm excited about that. Patient and kind. Love myself as much as I love my family. All right, guys. Um, that's it for today. We will be there on Tuesday night. We'll be have our Tuesday night Ascension workshop. but no Friday or Sunday or Tuesday next week. So, all right, guys. I love you all. Thank you for being here, and I will see you, most of you, on Tuesday night. Love you all. Everyone, take care. Have a great day.